Good morning. Happy New Year. I'm being very, very gingerly about this for anybody who may be experiencing a little bit of a headache or anything right now. Happy 2021. What did I not get much of in the last 6 hours? What did I not get much of in the last 6 hours? Well, we'll find out in about 30 seconds. Hey, good morning. How are you? Hi, this is Jan from New York City, and my channel name is Jan from New York City Saves Money. Happy New Year. I'm not in my usual, more louder voice because I understand it's New Year's morning. I get the it factor. Gotta have a sip. Definitely need my coffee. How's everybody doing today? Let me tell you something. It feels like about 2 minutes ago, maybe 2 seconds ago, I was on the air. Well, I was. I was on Money Mom's channel for roughly 1 hour and 23 minutes and 25 seconds, but who's counting? I had a lot of fun. It was a blast. If you have not seen last night's live, I had the privilege of being on Money Mom's show. Go to check out the channel Sensible Living with Money Mom, and you will see it. And it's spelled sensible with a C. An answer to the question, what did I not get much of? Well, take a good look at me. Sleep. We went off the air. It was something like 12:25 New York time. And then, of course, I had to, make some personal Happy New Year calls to family and stuff like that. And then by the time I crawled into the bed, it was like about 1:30. And did you ever feel like you feel really tired, but you just can't sleep? So that was me. It was like tossing and turning. Whoever wrote that song back in the old days, they were on target. I was literally tossing and turning. So I said, you know something, Jan, just get up and make breakfast. So 4 o'clock, I find myself standing at the stove, like flipping an egg. I'm like, what am I doing? So anyway, because I wanted to keep my word of, doing my show at 6:15. So I says, okay. Then I got super, super tired. So I watched another broadcast. It was very, very good. I found myself finally dozing off at 5 a.m. I said, dear goodness, please wake me up so I could get to my own broadcast. So thankfully, my eyes opened and I saw the clock and it was 5:45. So you're looking at a person who had a grand total of 45 minutes sleep. Happy New Year. I hope it's acceptable. However, worry not. Thankfully, today is a holiday for real and for true. And soon after this, I will be hitting the pillows very, very soon. I'm going to go over to the comment section a little earlier. Good morning. Hey, Steve. Happy New Year. Good morning, Pam. Let me get my trusty glasses. Good morning, Pam. Happy New Year, Pam says. She enjoyed seeing last night's show with Dawn. Oh, thank you. It was a pleasure and an honor being there. I'm so glad you had a chance to see it. Good morning, Steve. How you doing? You watched 25 minutes of Dawn's live. Okay. Tossing and turn. Yes, that was a very good song by Bobby Lewis, who sang it. Steve, you answered a question. All these years that I heard that song, I did not know offhand who actually sang that song. Shame on me for not knowing. Good morning, Michigan lady. Good morning, everyone. I hope not to be too overwhelming to anyone because, like I said, some people who might have overindulged and to hear a loud voice right now is not going to appreciate it. So I'm trying to keep it nice here. Good morning, Nancy. How are you, Nancy Lehman? Happy New Year to you too. Good to see you and everyone. Um, okay, great. So I'm glad that a ton of you did, actually see the show. And if you haven't, please go back to Money Mom's channel, check it out. So forgive me, my appearance, like a 45 minutes sleep, but hope I'm acceptable. Um, I just want to talk for a couple of minutes about this brand new year. And I am so happy to say it is a brand new year, out with the old, in with the new, especially the year we just had. Bye bye. So, one of the questions that came up on Dawn's show last night was, if we were like basically to define, the new year. So, in my mind's eye, I'm going to call this the year of hope. Because, first of all, before I even get into the whole year in general, in my mind's eye, I have some good news for you. Well, a couple of good newses for you. One, we have actually gained approximately 10 minutes of light since December 21st. The days are growing longer. I love that. Yeah, already, we gained about 10 days of extra light. Who's on board with that? I'll take it. I'll take it. The other thing is, by the way, welcome to the first official That's Jan's Zone show. Yes, the official name. That's Jan's Zone. Yeah, that's the name of the show. So now we have an identification to this. And the great thing is, it's coincidentally on the 1st of January, first day of the new year. I think that's really, really cool. Steve Young. Yes, Michigan lady, Nancy, and Happy New Year. Love it. Okay, so because this is the year of hope, I broke it down into just a couple of words for it. Hope, letter H, having the integrity to go forward in spite of last year. Good morning, Patty. How are you? You're on board with that. Happy New Year. Yay, the days are getting longer. That's right, Nancy. You are appreciating it too. Hope, letter H, having the integrity to go forward in spite of last year. That's right. Don't give up hope. I saw a couple of things on the news. I did watch, the essential part of it. And what I did see was actually hopeful that, going to be making some, positive changes. Watch the news and see what that means specifically. So just keep being patient and just keep going forward and just do what you can and remain positive. Okay. So hope is on the horizon. Okay, letter O, overcoming personal fears that stop you from your goals. You know, a couple of people have approached me that they're interested in doing a YouTube channel. I am no YouTube channel expert. Believe you me, I'm, an infant at this myself, still learning, whatever. But I can encourage you, if you have a message that you need to share with the world, we may be deprived of your message if you don't go forward. Don't hesitate too long. Yes, think about it. Yes, get an idea of it, but don't sit back. Therefore, I am encouraging you to overcome your fear of making a mistake. Can I say something? So what if you make a mistake? Big deal. There is not one person viewing me, neither nor myself, that has not made mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes. It's not a big deal. So if you decide to start a channel and you make some mistakes, it's okay. We learn from our mistakes. You know what I'm trying to say? Sunshine and Coffee Beans. Good morning. Good morning. I love that name. That is so cute. Patience. Letter P. Patience. Patience. Be more patient with others. I have to say that Patience one, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. Did you ever start off in life trying to do something really kind for someone? And for whatever the reason, they're not in the greatest mood that moment. And they decide to turn your act of kindness into like your act of almost regret. Has that ever happened to me? Yes, it has happened to me. And it's actually not fun. But that's the moment when you have to dredge up from the depth of your being patience. Patience takes practice. I do not believe that I particularly was born as the most patient person. So I work on it. Anybody out there very patient? Who's very patient out there? If you are, God bless you. I really respect that. Steve, subscribers like mistakes. It's a part of our everyday doing. Steve, you are 100% correct because looking back at our trivia show on Thanksgiving, if there was ever, if you missed the Thanksgiving trivia day, trivia show, you may want to go back and view it. If anything and everything could have gone awry during the live show, that was the day. Don't get me wrong, no one complained because Steve is right. For whatever the reason, I think people like watching people make mistakes on live shows. Steve, you got a good point there. So don't worry about it. And if you are a current YouTuber who's considering going live, but like you have a little bit of fear and trepidation, can I tell you something? When you go live, just think of it like this, that maybe 5 people are watching you. Because the reality is, especially if you're a small channel, the reality is that in all probability, only about 5 people are actually watching you. Concern yourself with the playback, the replay. Concern yourself with, well, how is this thing going to look when people view it an hour, 2 or 3 hours later? So always give quality content. But if you make a mistake, it's okay. It's not the end of the world. Like, for example, look at what I do. I take my glasses off and put them on 100 times a show. I notice when I watch me a replay or you see my big finger in the camera, I know it shouldn't be that way, but I leave it that way on purpose. It's my trademark. Patty, give me patience, Lord, and hurry up. It's troublesome to me, Patty, if a person starts off with great intention to do something really nice for someone, and the other person, we're not all in the same sync. We're not all in the same moods. And I'm assuming just because I'm in this great, big, happy mood to share my great news or whatever, that doesn't mean the other person is, okay? And I'm like raring to go. And that person's like, ho hum, who cares? Stop being so positive when I'd rather be negative. So you know what? I learned, just be patient. Everybody has to be who they are, and you'll love them anyway. Steve, the Thanksgiving live we did is your number one live because things will happen unexpectedly. So true. Okay, that's right. You had to grab a phone call, if I'm not mistaken. And of course, my bell rang. And I think the phone rang. I have to go back to it. It just, you know what? I need more coffee. Who's got their coffee? Question: who has been up all night? I have pretty much been up the entire night, overnight, since my last live show on Money Mom, which ran only 1 hour and 23 minutes and 25 seconds, but who's counting? Just saying. By the way, that stat is accurate. 1 hour and 23 minutes and 25 seconds. I don't know. What can I say? Okay, so patience. And then for letter E of the word hope, embrace change. Change is part of life. Interesting, letter E can also stand for evolve. We evolve. We are not the same. I am not the same person from a couple years back. You are not the same person from a couple years back. We have learned so much, let's say, since the last 730 trips around the sun, if you will. I'm just saying, just saying. If my math is off, it's because I hate math and I'm up all night. So there. And plus, I'm drinking decaf. Steve, you called it a night about 9:30 and you woke up at about 4:02. Oh, I envy you, Mr. Steve. So I called it a night at about 5 a.m. and I woke up at 5:45 a.m. It is a miracle that I am here, but I am a person of integrity. I created this broadcast. I committed to being here at 6:15. This is what I do. I'm old school. I can thank my father especially for that. My father was a stickler for punctuality. He was a stickler for keeping your word. Your word is gold. You know something, Daddy? Goodness rest your soul, but you are absolutely right. You know what I love? When you have show notes, you write your show notes all over the place, and then when you need them, you can't find them. Just saying, just saying. Well, anyway, I'm not going to overwhelm anyone today because it is New Year's Day. If you were to define one word that you can define for this year, 2021, what would you define it as before we go? Because I'm not going to be on here too much longer. Like I said, in my case, it's hope. I don't like using the word resolution. I know it was used often in back in the day, but there's something to me it has like a negative connotation. I don't know why. It feels like it's too absolute. And in real life, things are not done everything in absolutes. Everything is not absolutely one way or absolutely the other way. There's like, middle ground area. And we need to keep that middle ground area of flexibility, or you're going to defeat the purpose and the thing just doesn't happen. Steve, oh yeah, you called it a night. Stop rubbing it in, Steve. Yeah, calling it a night at 5 a.m. and getting up at 5:45 is just not fun. It's just not. I am grateful for it that I'm not a drinker. Never was, never will be. I'm the most boring person on planet Earth. I don't drink. I never smoke. Just boring. But I'm glad I'm boring because I'm not waking up with a headache. I'm not waking up, Anyway, but that's pretty much it. But I did want to take the time. Wait, before I forget, when you go to that video of, the replay of last night's live with on Money Mom, you actually get to see me do the countdown to the new year. So I never thought that was going to happen, but it did. It was like very spontaneous, very, very cool. So I did love that, despite the fact that the video ran 1 hour, 23 minutes, and 25 seconds, but it was counting. Love ya. So, I don't know why, but my show notes seem to have vanished. But it doesn't really matter. I just really wanted to take this morning. Hey, good morning, Bethany Douglas. Health, both good mental and physical. You're bringing up a really good point, Bethany, and thank you for being here and for your comment. Health isn't just about how much you weigh, because a lot of times people, like, the emphasis is, I want to get healthy. Yes, healthy. Yes, being of healthy weight is very important. It contributes to your overall good physical health. But that doesn't mean it's going to always offer you good mental health, because mental health and physical health, they're very important to each other because they sort of play a role with each other. So do take good care of your mental health as well. We lived a very interesting past 12 months, to say the least. So if you feel any strange feelings of isolation or whatever, do the right thing and make those phone calls and get the help that you need. Don't put yourself on the back burner. We tend to do that. Steve, back with the glasses, I know. Never make a New Year's resolution. I have found just go with the flow of the year. It works out better. Steve, you are 100% right. How many people, I mean, their intentions are good. They make this so-called, they even write it down. I'm making a resolution. They're writing it in their, little stony book, whatever. And then maybe what, January 2nd or 3rd, it's all over. It's a done deal. It is better, in my honest opinion, this is what's worked for me. It's better to do that positive thing that you want to do in baby bites, but to do it consistently every day, that's what counts, the longevity factor. Did you ever become a weekend warrior? You want to, Rome was not built in a day. And you're trying to, take over the world on the weekend. And then guess what? Monday, you're like, huh? And you don't do it again. You're better off doing that positive act a tiny bit. Let's say, for example, you want to increase your exercising. Okay. Instead of being a weekend warrior, then you're not doing it for another 6 months. No. Do something a little bit every day, but do that little bit of something consistently every day. If you're going for a walk for 10 minutes, great. Do that 10-minute walk every day. That sure beats doing it 2 hours on a Friday and then maybe 10 days later. No. So that's just, just as an example. Just saying. Okay. Well, I'm going to go in a minute. And I want to thank everybody for your time. Does anybody have any questions or want to wish me a Happy New Year directly? I love talking to you guys in real time. That's why I do live shows. So if you're here and you want to give me a wave, I love it. And it's an honor and a pleasure to wish you happiness directly and look at you and get to do that. I do want to thank everyone for being here. And if you're new to my channel, thank you so much. As a result of last night's show, I gained about 20 new subscribers. So thank you. If you happen to be watching this live, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you catch me on replay, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I hope you stick around and not just a hit and run type of viewer. Okay, well, I guess everybody's just tired too. So what I'm going to do is just, literally hit the bricks in a few minutes and just take probably about a 3-hour nap and then just chill out today. There are a lot of good marathon shows on today. I love that about this holiday. Today's a great day to kick back. Everyone enjoy your day and keep in mind that in my opinion, and you have your opinion, 2021, in my opinion, should be considered the year of hope. Okay. Thank you so much for viewing. Why? Because I really appreciate whose time? Your time. I really, really do. And I'll be back at some point over the weekend. And of course, I'll throw a post on to let you know when. Okay? Deal. Great seeing everybody. And thank you so much again. Have a great day and Happy New Year. Bye-bye now.